The Untold Story of Pompeii. As Muslims, we believe that everything in the Holy Quran is absolutely true and factual. The Quran mentions many nations that existed before us who disobeyed Allah and invited His wrath upon themselves, resulting in their destruction. They committed acts that were severely displeasing to Allah, such as the people of Lot, who indulged in homosexuality and were wiped off the face of the earth by Allah. Similarly, today we will discuss a city in history that surpassed even the people of Lot in their wickedness, and they too were utterly destroyed by Allah, becoming an eternal lesson for all mankind. Even non-Muslims take heed from their fate. The dead bodies of the inhabitants of this city are still preserved exactly as they were in their final moments of life. Friends, this city is Pompeii. What happened in this city? How did their condition become so dire? To learn all about this, make sure to watch the video till the end. Allah sent humans to this world with intellect and awareness. Friends, it is this intellect and awareness that makes humans the most superior of all creatures. And it is on this basis that Allah granted humans a higher status than all other creations. However, if a person does not use their intellect and awareness, they become worse than animals, as animals lack the awareness to differentiate between friend and foe, and can go to any extent to fulfill their needs without thinking. In the Quran, there is mention of the people of Lot, who went against Allah's laws and indulged in homosexuality, and as a result, Allah made them a lesson for all. Similarly, today I will talk about the people of Pompeii, whose wickedness exceeded even that of the people of Lot, and this led to Allah sending a painful punishment upon them. This city, Pompeii, was an ancient city located near Naples in the Campania region of Italy. Its discovery happened accidentally in the 18th century when farmers in Italy, troubled by a water shortage, began digging a well. After much effort, instead of finding water, they uncovered a buried city. Experts had been searching for this city for 2,000 years. It is believed to be around 2,000 years old and was destroyed in 79 AD in such a way that it seemed as if it had never existed. This Italian city, Pompeii, was situated a few miles from a large volcano on the shores of Naples. The city had a population of about 20,000 people. However, due to their wickedness, and particularly because of their transgressions similar to the people of Lot, including engaging in homosexuality, Allah's wrath descended upon them. Consequently, this nation, like the people of Lot, became a symbol of warning for future generations. Pompeii was an ancient Roman city, established around the 7th century BC. Over time, it came under the rule of various rulers before eventually becoming part of the Roman Empire. The city was renowned for its development and was considered one of the greatest cities of its time. Pompeii was very modern and advanced, featuring wide streets, double-story houses, water supply schemes, and hospitals, offering all the amenities found in a modern city. It was one of the key commercial cities of the Roman Empire. However, with the abundance of wealth, the city's identity gradually began to change. The people of Pompeii started indulging in immoral activities, and numerous centers of debauchery emerged. Within a few decades, this immorality became the general character of the city. Pompeii became known not for its commerce or industry, but as a free society, a city with no restrictions or prohibitions, where people lived without any moral or social constraints. As a result, open sexual relationships became the hallmark of this city. Pompeii's economy revolved around prostitution and debauchery, making adultery commonplace. The wealthiest people from distant regions would visit this city for such purposes. Friends, we are well aware of the story of the people of Prophet Lut, who invited Allah's wrath upon themselves due to their wicked deeds. A similar fate befell Pompeii due to their even greater immorality. The people of Pompeii went beyond the immorality of the people of Lut. They engaged in same-sex relations between women and between men, and even with animals and children, feeling proud of these acts. There was no respect for the relationships of siblings or between parents and children. These actions mocked nature, and gradually, the city's main industry became brothels and prostitution. Professional men and women in this trade earned so much money that even honest businessmen couldn't make as much. And this was the reason many men also got involved in this curse. Eventually, the men of this city started offering themselves for this work to earn money. Thus, the entire city became engaged in this immorality. Ordinary people, along with the respectable citizens of the city, became associated with this profession. These individuals either owned brothels or were heavily involved in the trade of slaves for prostitution. The further someone was involved in this trade, the more respected and important they were considered in the city. Friends, the images and dead bodies found from this city are so obscene and lewd that anyone who sees them is left in shock. The poetry inscribed on the walls of this city is extremely vulgar. When translated, it goes against the very nature of morality and is filled with inappropriate language. This gives us a glimpse into the moral degradation and perverse mentality of the city's inhabitants. These people surpassed even the limits of animals in their same-sex relationships and immoral behavior. The purpose of writing poetry on the walls of this city was also to promote same-sex relationships, and there were many other ways to promote obscenity. This was the first city in human history where such swimming pools and bathhouses were constructed where men and women would bathe together in large numbers. Friends, it is the law of Allah that He gives respite to any individual or nation up to a certain limit. However, when a nation or individual crosses these natural boundaries, the forces of nature come into play. And this is exactly what happened with the people of this city. This city was located near the volcano Mount Vesuvius. One day the people were engrossed in their daily activities and indulgences when suddenly the volcano erupted. The eruption was so intense that ashes and rocks started flying into the sky, and within moments tons of lava and ash descended upon Pompeii. In a matter of moments, the population of the city was wiped out. The volcano continued to spew ash and lava for 3 days, burying the city and its inhabitants under a thick layer of volcanic material. The city was wiped off the face of the earth in such a way that nothing remained. This extremely developed and modern city of that time was buried under 4 to 6 meters of ash. After the lava cooled, the city's location became impossible to find, and for many centuries, this area remained just a heap of ash. It wasn't until 1748 that the city was accidentally discovered. When excavations were carried out, the theaters, swimming pools, markets, and hospitals of that time were found in the same condition as they were during its last moments. The most astonishing thing is that this calamity struck the city while its people were indulging in their immoral acts and same-sex relationships. The bodies of the people found make it evident that nature did not give them a chance, as they seem to have died in the midst of their activities. Their expressions and the positions of their bodies have been preserved in such a state that experts can deduce what they were doing in their final moments. Looking at their bodies, it feels as though nature made this nation an example for future generations due to their immoral actions. This shows how grave these sins are in the eyes of Allah, because the individuals found in the same state they were in during the calamity remain that way even after thousands of years. This is a clear sign from Allah. When the remnants of Pompeii are discovered, the bodies of the people who lived there are found in the same positions they were in during their last moments, without any burial or shrouding. This reveals that a large number of men, women, and children were deeply engaged in immorality. In many houses, everyday life events are found preserved as if they were captured in the act. Although a large part of the city has been unearthed, excavations are still ongoing. Walking along the roads of this city and looking at each house, it can be said that within these homes were gardens, water fountains, and various blessings from Allah. However, it is unfortunate that this nation did not appreciate these blessings and defied nature, inviting the wrath of Allah. The most astonishing thing is that the volcano that destroyed this city has been silent for the past 2,000 years, as if Allah had designated it specifically for the annihilation of this nation. Friends, the incidents of the people of Lot and the city of Pompeii serve as signs of warning for us. These stories are significant lessons for today's advanced societies, which have achieved great progress and enjoy all kinds of blessings from Allah, yet lack moral values. These societies fail to recognize the difference between lawful relationships and immoral actions like homosexuality, which they seek to legalize by making their societies free. We must learn from these past events that Allah is always watching everything. He gives respite to any nation only for a limited time. However, once humanity crosses its boundaries, Allah's wrath is inevitable. This should be a reminder that every society, no matter how advanced, must adhere to moral values and the laws set by nature, or else face dire consequences. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments. I will see you in the next interesting video. Until then, take care and thank you for watching. Goodbye.